Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum here just after the daily candle close. A little bit of further weakness here today on Saturday. However, the decline currently looks corrective to me. We haven't broken any levels that would be super critical. In the previous video, I mentioned to you that we are probably in a wave 4. I did have a lower level wave count below it. I did take that out now. I think this is the larger wave 4 in which we are. So I've reflected that in the chart. Reason is just the proportions of it. And however, I could be wrong, but it's micro counting anyway, and the levels haven't changed. Important here is still that to understand that all we've done at the moment is to pull back to possibly the 38.2% FIB level here, 1261, which is the ideal target for a fourth wave. A little bit below that, not a problem as long as we're holding 1257. As long as we're holding 1257, we can still move higher in a fifth wave. If we break below that, it would in the beginning not be a disaster, because this could also be, as explained, a 1-2 setup. That would actually be a bit more bullish, and it would mean that we probably extend quite a bit further. But that will become unlikely, very unlikely, below 1246. So all eyes need to be first on 1257, then 1246. And then if we go below 1230, this yellow support area, the upside potential for me is gone. Then it's over. Yeah. So this is sort of how we are, where we are currently. I mean, there's a few patterns you can identify here. I mean, this still looks like a bull flag. I mean, when is the downtrend over? Can we identify that? Well, you can draw a trend line here. I think that would give you some guidance, maybe in a descending wedge or channel. So if we break out of this wedge, this could be a first indication that the trend down is over, the short-term downtrend, and that we will move up in the fifth. At the moment, my expectation is still to move up in the fifth. However, be aware that we already reached minimum expectations for this move to the upside in the C wave that we've been discussing over the last few days, because we reached a 1-to-1 ratio of the wave A and C, because we reached that 1256 level. Round about that area was the ideal target. Here, the 1-to-1 ratio, 1257, we did reach that. It could be we now come down and retest that level from above. Yeah, so not a problem. Obviously, the next target would be the $1,300 level. What happens after that? After that, I do expect a move down, and the pullback will show us if we are in the blue count, which would take us down to $1,000, or if it's only a shallow correction. So it depends on how will this move down happen. If we see a very strong impulse, it will most likely be the third wave. If it's just a small correction, we will get one more wave up, and we are in the green count that can take us to $1,400, $1,500. A pattern that we can identify here is, it's a rather rare pattern, but basically an ascending broadening wedge. Not sure how relevant that is, because you don't really have too many touch points. Down here it looks a bit like that, yeah, but then here you don't have a touch point, here you don't have one. I mean, you can possibly, if we change that, we look at this, and maybe this will become a touch point here, so it's worth watching. Round about 1257, so everything's pointing towards 1257. But yeah, a broadening wedge is also a pattern that would suggest a trend reversal. But not only the pattern, I mean, if you see these wedge patterns, either way, you normally see a divergence. So here as well on the RSI, we see that bearish divergence, lower high on the RSI, higher high on the price chart. We see that on the 4-hour chart as well. So we need to be watching for a reversal at any moment. I can only warn you, you need to consider that we can top at any point here. We don't necessarily need to have that last wave up. It would be ideal, but there is never a guarantee. I do expect it at the moment. I do expect it, but your trade management needs to reflect that that this could happen. And that's my update. Really, only a quick update here. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.